Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's a chill little vlog where I spend the day in the V&A Museum and then grab a bit of lunch. I do sound a little bit stuffy right now, but it's because I'm sick, so bear with me. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. So I got on the train to make my way to South Kensington, where the museum is. Now, my goal in 2025 was that I should romanticize every small thing in life, and I even tried it for this train journey. However, it was not for me.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's hell in there.
It's too hot, and honestly, I could do without it. However, we are trying to be more positive, we are trying to romanticize things, so let's just ignore that. So here I am just making my way to the museum. Now, because I was using Google Maps, it unfortunately brought me to the back entrance because I guess that was the closest to the station. Now, it's not the end of the world, however, I know that the entrance is so much nicer and it would have made sense for me to start there. But it's okay, we'll work with what we got. Once we got inside, we headed straight to the sculpture section. There's something about seeing real life sculptures up close. The details, the texture, how much work went into each piece. It was really beautiful. I honestly didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but it actually became one of my favourite parts of the museum. Plus, the vibe in there was so peaceful. I was able to take my time, take videos, and just go at my own pace. The Japanese section was one of the most beautiful parts of the museum. I really liked how the architecture of the room reflected the traditional Japanese design. It was a very open space, it felt calm and had a balanced layout. It didn't feel too overcrowded or overly curated, which really matched the simplicity and elegance in a lot of the objects on display. You could tell there was a lot of intention in how the room was designed. It gave everything in the room space to breathe, and you could really pay attention and admire every single thing in there. I've always found East Asian history really interesting, so it was fun to walk around and actually learn something new. There's so much depth and detail in the objects, and seeing them up close makes you appreciate it even more. This part of the museum was definitely one of the most impressive. It's one of the larger main halls with these massive centerpieces and a beautiful glass dome ceiling that just floods the whole space with light. What I really liked was that none of the pieces were behind glass. Everything was just out in the open. It made the whole experience feel more real and immersive, like you could actually connect with what you're looking at instead of just observing it from afar. Downstairs, I ended up in a section focused on Christianity. There were crosses, religious scriptures, and a lot of beautifully detailed architectural pieces. What I noticed in this room, as well as the whole museum, is how architecture and design is so important to the history just as well as the meaning. And I found that so interesting because you wouldn't think design and beauty and architecture plays a part, but it really does because you see how it evolves throughout time. I know, guys, I'm talking like I'm an expert. I'm not. But I'm just a girl who likes to appreciate beautiful things, and I feel like that's what museums are for. Now, we have come to probably my favorite area of the museum. This was the center main hall, which kind of connects all the sections. Honestly, I was mesmerized in here. It was giving wedding chapel, it was giving ballroom, it was giving Queen's coronation. Like the ceilings, the wall, the architecture, everything. I was absolutely mesmerized. Okay, so now we're on the other side of the museum in the Islamic Middle East section. As a Muslim, it felt really nice seeing parts of our culture and history like this. Honestly, it was all so fascinating. So, first, we saw this massive, beautiful rug. The colours were rich and the detail was amazing. And then I spotted this amazing Afghan dress. It was so bright and full of embroidery and mirrorwork. What I really loved and what I've noticed throughout the years is that the design hasn't really changed. It's still the same, and I really think that's special. We then saw these turquoise mosaic tiles from the tomb of Buyan Kuli Khan. The colours were still so bold and bright even after all these years. Finally, we checked out some really old versions of the Quran, dated many, many centuries back. It's so fascinating to me how these versions of the Quran have been beautifully preserved all these years. We then made our way to the South Asia section, another one that felt really special to me as I am South Asian. What I really liked was how the architecture of the room matched the pieces on display, similar to the Japanese section. It all felt really connected. The rugs in this section were absolutely stunning, so detailed and so colourful. Everything was just beautifully put together, and I really enjoyed walking through this. Next was a section on women's fashion from the 1800s. It was actually so interesting seeing how the styles evolved. You could literally track shifts in society just by looking at what women were wearing. Big dramatic silhouettes, tight corsets, massive skirts, and honestly, just a lot of drama. However, it was very cute and very classy. There was also this stunning curved wall painting that wrapped around the dress display. The soft colours, loads of details, it really tied the whole room together in the prettiest way. And I'm not even gonna lie, the dress sets from this era definitely matches mine the most. Long flowy skirts, frilly blouses, high necklines. Just swap the corset for a chunky knitted cardi and we're there. Next up was the Raphael cartoons room. The moment I walked in, I knew the vibes were completely different in here. The walls were painted this deep, moody colour and the whole space was really quiet. The room itself was breathtaking. The humongous paintings were lined across the walls and they stood out so much against the dark background. It honestly felt like I was in space. We then made it to Britain. This was between the 1500s and the 1700s. The room had a very regal yet creepy vibe, but in a good way. There were loads of statues, portraits, and oil paintings. We then came across the Great Bed of Ware, and when I tell you this bed was huge, I'm not joking. It was massive. This bed was made for a queen, which is why I need to get one. We then headed into the panelled room. This room was designed like a real house from the 1600s. Wooden walls, a big fireplace, all dimly lit. It had this dark, slightly dusty vibe, almost like everything was frozen in time. It honestly felt like we were in a movie set. See this one statue, I swear the eyes were following me. No joke, it was creeping me out. We finally made our way back to the centre of the museum. The stairway and pillars were made of this cold, stunning marble. It felt grand, like something out of a palace. We were then on the top floor, so we got a proper view of the big, colourful glass centrepiece from earlier. You really get to take in all the detail. It hangs right down the middle. From the top you can see how it twists and flows, the bright, funky colours all tangled up together. It is such a standout feature, and it's really pretty from up here. The details in the arches and domes on the ceiling were so mesmerising. I really love how it looked and how different it was from the rest of the museum. That in itself was an art piece. It felt like something from a beautiful wedding. We also got a really cool view overlooking the main area of the museum. You could see the entire central space from above, all the marble, the pillars, people walking around. It looked like a scene from a movie. You don't realise how big a place is until you look at it from above. From there we passed through the gift shop. Everything was so bright and fun. I found these really cute coasters and I was so close to buying them, but I behaved. We headed out to the garden for drinks. It was honestly so peaceful out there, the perfect little spot to wind down after walking all around the museum. As we began to leave the museum, we spotted this gorgeous little cafe, which apparently is the first ever museum cafe in the world, which is honestly such a flex. The interior of this cafe was luxurious. We then made our way out of the museum. However, that is not the end of our day. At this point, I was starving, so after a short walk, we headed off to the bus stop to grab some lunch. The weather on this day was stunning. It was sunny, it was bright, and honestly, the vibes were 10/10. So we're just taking the bus to our amazing lunch location, and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, where is this amazing special lunch location? We're just going to Nando's, guys. Who doesn't love a cheeky Nando's? But I won't lie, the prices are not giving cheeky. So we sat down, grabbed the menu, and for some reason act like we're looking at the menu when we all know we plan our meals before getting to Nando's. I don't know why we do it, but we do, and you do as well, so don't sit there and lie to me. So for starters, we went for the classic halloumi sticks with chili jam, and then we decided to go a little bit different and we went for the cheesy, I think these are the cheesy garlic bread thing. Now this could have been a hit, but it didn't hit the spot for me, and I don't know what it was. I thought it was going to be like a cheesy garlic bread vibe, which is a bit of me, but they put spring onions in there, and I think that's what killed the vibe. So I decided I wanted to be big back today, and I ordered a half chicken, which I don't normally do. I normally go for quarter because I'm just so cutesy and I'm just so demure. Now, I love to drench my food in sauce, and one particular sauce, and that's the wild herb. That's my favorite go-to. I don't really need any other one because I feel like it's just an all-in-one sauce. It's everything in one, I believe. So whilst you're enjoying this cute little time lapse of me enjoying my food, call it a mukbang if you like, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. If you're enjoying this video, leave a like, and in the comments please let me know what your Nando's order is. So after I completely annihilated my plate, we ordered the frozen yogurt, which I'm not gonna lie is like, it's not amazing. It's okay. Some toppings would have made it better, but it is what it is. After Nando's, we decided to walk it off, and I came across this really cute Asian supermarket, and we had to go in. We'll have a look. Of course, we'll have a look. It was so cute. It was pink, which meant I had to go in and check it out. I love how Asian supermarkets just have a wide range of everything. Anything you can think of, it's there. I love the ramen. I love looking at it and thinking about the ones I want to get and then leaving the store without any of them. Just me? I don't know. The frozen section intrigues me the most. There's always so many interesting things I want to get but can't always get because it's not halal, or I just, I can't really lug around frozen things. And I was really interested by the little moons because they were popcorn flavor, and I did say I want to get them but didn't get them. And I think that's just a universal go experience. We see something, we like it, and we turn around and don't buy it. We decided to grab a bubble tea. Now, I didn't actually get one, it wasn't mine. However, I really wanted to order it because they have this really cool touchscreen thing where you can put your name in, and unfortunately my camera didn't pick it up because I didn't actually press record. The bubble tea area was really cute. It was so pink and so adorable. But anyway, it was a really cute bubble tea. It was like a dragon fruit thing. We then decided to walk through Holland Park. The sun was setting, it was golden and beautiful, and it was a perfect way to digest our food and just have a nice little stroll. After walking for a good 10-20 minutes, I thought we were getting lost. However, we did finally make it out of Holland Park and then came across these beautiful, fancy, expensive apartments. And I was just thinking to myself, one day to live a life where I could just walk into one of these apartments and actually live there. As we were walking out of Holland Park, I thought, I want to go shop. And what better place to go than Primark? Now, I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Primark because she's convenient. She's got everything I need. She's got my essentials. There were some really nice things in store, really cute summer things, some nice sandals, cute accessories. My favourite part about Primark is the home section. I love the bedding, I love the candles. Whenever I go, I always leave with about 5 or 6 candles. And I was definitely on my best behaviour today because I didn't buy any. And what was so cute is that the pink aesthetic was really consistent throughout my video. Like, they're getting ready for the summer/spring vibe. Everything was pink, everything was floral, everything was cutesy. Now, as much as I wanted to live my best life and buy myself whatever I wanted, I decided to go on my best behaviour and just buy the essentials. As we were in Marble Arch, I thought the best way to spend the evening was sitting in Hyde Park. The sky was so gorgeous. It was this beautiful purple/pink vibe. Honestly, my camera didn't do it justice. And that's it for today's vlog. Thank you so much for coming with me. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and make sure you drop a comment to say hi or share your favourite part of the video. I have so much more cute content coming your way, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer.